Hello, hello. This is Simone with week 17 of my Project Life 2018. And I'm playing a teeny tiny bit of catch up. What I'm doing is to do that is I am pre-picking my cards, and this week I only picked the exact amount of cards that I needed for this spread. In my previous videos, you might have seen me struggle a bit with too many cards, even though I had already pre-picked them. And that was often putting me off or confusing because I didn't really know when I went back to actually create the spread what I had meant to do with these cards. Sometimes I pick them because I want to fuzzy cut saying out of them, or I want to back a photo on them, or maybe I want to make two out of one card out of two cards. And yeah, I have realized that if I really pick more than one card, I need to clip them together to make at a later point when I go back to create the spread actually to realize that or to remember those three things belong together while I'm picking them. So what am I talking about? As you can see, these cards are already picked out, and that is not because I don't want you to see this. Please leave a comment below if you actually want to see me um, pick cards, because what I have realized is that picking cards is a process that takes time for me at least. And every time I start creating a Project Life spread, it takes up a lot of time because it's always something I need to do over again. And just interception here, I really like those cork letters, but I didn't have any cork embellishments. And I didn't want to just use the 16 for or the 17 here for with cork without having anything else on the spread. Even though I love using title cards, they are not the most they don't have to be the most prominent part of my spread. I want to document my life and I enjoy creating a weekly title card, but it's not supposed to be the most dominant part. And as you can see, I'm choosing this very soft pink alpha set as my sticker font here. It doesn't stand out, and I absolutely love how minimalistic this title card turns out. I'm in minimalist heaven. I love minimalism, but it is really hard for me to achieve it. I'm more comfortable with throwing on a lot of stuff, and I do that with my 12 by 12 layouts, but with my like the real layouts, but with my Project Life, I'm coming more and more towards that minimalistic feel and look that I love when other people do it. And this here feels like one of the first ones that I did that have that feeling and that don't feel strange to me, if it makes sense. So, back to the question that I want you to comment on in the comments section below is um, picking cards is hard for me. So, what I decided to do is pick cards in bulk. So, when I have 4, 5, 6 weeks of Project Life photos printed, I go spread them out and pick cards for all of those weeks at once. So only the first week is hard and the next ones go much easier. I don't really know if this is something that I could film. I don't want to clutter up my computer with lots of footage that I can then then have to cut apart and use for several weeks to come, because I don't know why I just purchased such a small. I could put it onto my backup, and when I do it, then yeah. So please let me know if you are interested in seeing me picking the cards. I just realized that if I just stop my video and create different clips in between picking the cards for each week, I could actually create a picking card clip video thingy that I then could back up onto my backup hard drive and then only move it over onto my computer when I'm working on the rest of the video editing, and that could work out. So if this is something you want to see and you want to spend a little bit of time seeing every week, which then would make the video longer in the long run, leave a comment in this in the comment section below. Wow. I'm so glad this process only took 22 minutes to create, and so I only doubled the speed of this video and I was able to say all of this and still have a lot of real estate to voice over and tell you what I did here. So, I had already picked the cards. There is Citrus Twist. I think this one is actually an Ellie Studio card, but I'm not sure. It looks like it though. The title card, as well as the card that I just worked on in the top right row, as well as the lesson learned card, is from the Feed Your Craft kit, which supports the minimalism because she often, when Elise does her kits, they are minimalistic. And I love that. I just have a hard time creating minimalistic spreads. So, Feed Your Craft. The bottom one that says organize is Citrus Twist, and these days is Studio Calico. I threw all of my kits, disassembled all of my cards from my kits from Cocoa Daisy, Citrus Twist. I had been a subscriber for a short while in 2016, I think. Feed Your Craft, Brandy Kincaid, even the ones that I print. Ellie Studio, Studio Calico from warehouse boxes, wherever. Old Project Life kits that I purchased right in the beginning of my Project Life career, disassembled them all and sorted them by categories and then by color. My categories are backgrounds, filler cards, prompts, like this organized card is one of those, the lesson learned one, journaling, and then I have smaller categories that are seasons, months, holidays, and specialty, something like that. And I love working with this system. When I choose my color palette, in my what colors I want to work off of in my spread, I choose my title card first. Then I use the colors that are in my title card, if it's multicolored, to pick out cards. And since I already have my photos there, I know what section to look in. And then I just look in the colors that I want. I have only a very small amount of cards there, and I choose from there. If I don't have a prompt that works with those, I go to my journaling and so on. So, yay. And the alpha stamps that I'm using are also from Feed Your Craft. They are called Narrow Alpha Stamp Set, and I have declared them to be my favorite alpha stamp set at the moment. And what I just realized when I voiced over this is that the lettering in the lesson learned card is exactly the same font as the alpha stamps. So I was able to actually use those in kind of a visual triangle, even though I used the uppercase letters, or they were used in the card and the top stamped card, and I used the lowercase letters in the bottom. I had a reason why I used lowercase letters there. I can't tell you right now, I forgot, but I like it this way. It still kind of makes a visual triangle here. And yeah, so I also make sure stamping more than once, that's important for me. I try to use embellishments if I use any. As you can see, I'm really low on embellishments on this spread at the moment. I don't know if there will be embellishments at all, or if this is it. But to use more than one kind, to use one kind of embellishment, stamping, stickers, whatever, more than once on a spread to make it look cohesive and not be just looks like it fell onto the spread by accident. And as you can see, again, I'm using it in threes. I have it on the title card, I have it on that bread photo, which doesn't need more, and then I have it on the bottom of my spread. And I think I'm done. I didn't use any die cuts. I love how it turned out. It's an easy and simple spread. If you want to catch up, highly recommend narrowing down your supplies to a minimum. And if you liked what you saw, I would love for you to like this video. If you want to watch more, there's a couple on screen right now. And yeah, if you want to stick around, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much. I will see you next time. Until then, bye.